Good morning, my dear subscribers. You're welcome to Sunlight Grant channel, where we give you the latest of the UAAG disbursement funding. In case you're new on my channel, please don't forget to click on the notification bell and subscribe. In case we drop new videos, you'll be highly updated. Thank you.
This pertinent question from OSIM, possibly, OSIM is one important factor within the grant ecosystem, who at one time or the other had also provided us with relevant information regarding the expectation timeline of the disbursement spree. So, but then there was this question that was asked by this comrade, a concerned comrade, concerning the longevity of time and how long the disbursement had delayed. And we're going to hear some vitals when it has to do with information dissemination coming from OSIM to that particular comrade. It was quite a mouthful, and we're just going to get to that in a jiffy. This is Prince CC channel. In case you are new to our channel, kindly subscribe and hit the bell so that you don't miss out on vital updates in time as we release them. Don't touch the dial. I'll be with you in a moment. All right, welcome back once again. We are here to give you an update. All right, the comrade says, good afternoon, Dr. Osim. How are you and family? And I hope all is well. Doctor, please, what is really the delay of this grant? The delay is not funny any longer. Months after months to continue the cycle. The year is running out again. Dr. Osim, please, if there is no money, let us know in time so that we can put ourselves together. This delay is really making us crazy. Why should the government delay the grant payment? What we are facing in our various homes is unbearable. Please let us know the latest happening concerning the disbursement. Thank you, sir. You have really given all your best for the masses. If not you, so many of us would have been a dead person by now. I think that message is quite so emotional and coming from one concerned comrade somewhere. I've had some of those questions also directed at me at different times and on my emails, and I've had to just placate the situation. But this one is, I think the individual has gotten to his wit in the first place. So, but then going to see what the response was that was meted to the comrade. And in response, Dr. Osim says, I saw your heartfelt message, and to be honest, I felt everybody pain. We all have our individual challenges. Our pain and struggles will soon be over. I'm offering words of comfort and strength. Even in the difficult times, we can find resilience and courage within ourselves. And that sometimes all someone needs is someone to believe in them and offer support. I'm reflecting on my efforts to support and motivate others, particularly during challenging times. Despite investing significant time, resources, and energy, I remain committed to helping the masses stay hopeful and resilient. My selfless and dedication to uplifting the masses are my number one priority. A little hint of update on the IMF's schedule and the disbursement process. Here's a summary. The IMF and the government have invested time and effort to facilitate the disbursement. The IMF team is currently in Kenya for disbursement. They are expected to return to Nigeria this week. Disbursement in Nigeria is anticipated to start early next week. Keeping everyone informed to reduce the tension, the high blood pressure, depression, and lots more. Please, everybody should be a little patient. We are at the end of the whole struggle. Don't fail to appreciate Apostle Professor Ken / the IMF International Monetary Fund / the Central Bank of Nigeria. God bless President Tinubu for this massive project in Nigeria. Your patience and optimism are commendable, especially during challenging times. Regarding Nigeria's economic reforms, this project will support and increase the economy. I believe that Nigeria's economic problems require homegrown solutions rather than relying solely on international institutions. Every home investment would add a big plus to the economy. Nigeria will be great again. In this Tinubu government, God bless the federal government of Nigeria. I support Mr. President Tinubu for Nigeria's economic reforms, and this development suggests that the international community is taking notice of Nigeria's effort to revamp its economy. Keep spreading positivity and appreciation for the efforts being made to improve Nigeria's economy. And that's coming from Comrade Dr. Osim. All right, so that's one striking words there from this submission possibly was that was said concerning the IMF team who are currently in Kenya for disbursement. It's also another African nation where disbursement ought to take place. Don't forget that this fund that we're in expectation of, also a chunk of it is also Kenya also wants to get part of it, and that's why it was said initially that if all the fund were not allocated within the Nigerian ecosystem or economy, some of it will be diverted back to other African countries because a major donation from international communities and bodies. Beg your pardon. So the IMF body, the International Monetary Fund, right now, and the government, they have invested solely, critically, their time and efforts to facilitate the disbursement of this fund, and the team is currently in Kenya for a very important schedule, and they are expected to return by this time next week precisely, because just a week in between our expectation, which is on the 17th of March precisely, which the expectation for the pioneers and the government slots are expected to take place within the country. So we are in high spirit, and just like we said before, every individual should gear their minds, antenna, expectation towards this course, because by all standard, every information source is heading towards the week ahead of us, and today just marks it 1 week in waiting. So they're expected to return next week for the disbursement to commence majorly among the government bodies, which are the pioneers, the CBN slots, and disbursement is going to kick off in high standard. So you need to, as a matter of fact, put yourself together. I normally say this: if you have any fragments of yourself possibly that is out there scattered, just draw those pieces together. Anyone insult you, tell you don't know what to do, gather the fragments of those insults and make a monument out of it. Because no matter what you do, no matter what you say, you will still have the critics, you have the scoffers, you have the skeptics, you have the mockers, you have the scoffers like the Sambalats, like the Tobias, and you have those that will lift your head and lift your hand and tell you, brother, even if you have to keep on in this concrete wilderness, don't die there. There are two things I normally tell people you do with your pain. It is either you sit down there and cry rivers, or you get up and say, I'm not dying here, and walk out and say, well, I'm leaving, I'm coming out of this. And when you come out, even your enemies and your adversaries knows that you've come out. When you stay there and you blow your nose and you spread the mucor there, they know that you're a weakling. So don't allow the devil to increase on their ministry when it comes to them dissuading you or bringing you down, bamboozling you. Just come out of it, shake your body and believe that God has everything he has promised in his time. And when it is time for God to do something, there's a way he moves people to favor you. So, and I think we're just at that season where every individual is set to enter their moment of allocations. So everybody should be a little bit patient. The end of the struggle is at hand, and there is nothing more than you can do than what has been done. A whole lot of work is going on the inside, and this is just a press more little to tell you that God is working to your favor, and a larger chunk of what God has in store for you in this year 2025, a larger portion of it is going to be released within this month of March. So in a nutshell, you're welcome, and I believe that everything will soon be over. Whatever applies to this comrade who asked this question, I know possibly might have applied to you also at one time or the other. You might not be able to scribble down what this particular comrade scribbled down, but within your heart, you are penning. Within your heart, you have what to say. You might not be able to have been able to express yourself as much as this individual has, but I believe that everyone has one or two that bothers them when it comes to their investment within the scheme. And a lot invest in categories, and they are expecting their return on investment when it comes to this grant, and that's why we call it grant in the first place. Grant is not what you put in too much, but there are people that put in too much. You're not expecting to pay back. That's why it's called grant. So why some people pay in there is just because of the factors that surrounds it. Like the pioneer slot right now, certain individuals also are paying in heavy standard. They pay hugely because they expected that they want to get hugely. You know, we take risk more than each other. I don't think I could engage into so much of those risks, but then my level of risk taking, it could be beyond your own, and it might not be as big as yours, but the fact is that we should be contented with our level of risk taking, as the case may be, based on our expectations. So in case you have invested much and you are in expectation for this particular delivery, God is going to turn things around to your favor. So let's look forward in expectation to this coming week, and let's pray that there's no shifting of goalpost when as like this time Monday next week, in expectation. And the team that are currently in Kenya, they would have landed back in the country, Nigeria, to profile more indices to what we are in expectation of. It's going to be fine. It's going to be well. And for those of us who have been supporting and have confidence and have faith, encourage others. We have different level of tolerances. Some are stronger than each other. Some are weak. Some are strong. And you are strong not to put others down. You're strong so that you can help those that are weak, help them up. Those who are sickly and afflicted, some in the hospital, you know, some their BP rose just because of the news they had, and some expected just somebody to say something that could alleviate their plight. So we are a channel that draws inspiration for you and make you to see that your hope is not dashed in the first place. So that's why it's essential that you come here regularly to get updates, and whatever you don't get from here, updates possibly that might not be too confirmed. So stick around, stick close, and subscribe to this channel so that you can be informed on regular updates when it comes. Hit that notification bell and try as much as possible click on all. When you click on all, that means every information, vitals that we release from here, you are bound to receive it. So the key word here in summary is that the IMF body is in Kenya, and they should be returning next week because of this little disbursement meant to happen on Monday, the 17th of March 2025. Majorly, don't forget, majorly for the pioneers, before we now talk about the grant handlers, the likes of the UAAG, Theobarth, Supreme, and St. Rita Foundation Midwest Improvement Program, then boils down to the all-time beneficiaries who actually are the most numerous within this ecosystem. That's where it falls, and that's where everybody is. Majorly, that's where everybody falls. The normal general beneficiaries. So, but be it as it may, we are all beneficiaries. Whether you are a grant handler, you're a beneficiary. Whether you are on the pioneer slot, you're a beneficiary. Whether you are a bundle head or a bundle owner, you are still a beneficiary. So all of us are expectant beneficiaries in expectation of this massive